Hello students. Today we will discuss epilepsy anesthesia considerations. The seizure disorders are caused by transient, paroxysmal and synchronous discharge of groups of neurons in the brain. Epilepsy is defined as recurrent seizures. The seizures are caused by transient, paroxysmal and synchronized discharge of group of neurons. It is common neurological disorder. It results from congenital or acquired factors. Example is cerebral scarring. The seizures are classified on two factors. Number one is loss of consciousness. Other is regions of the brain affected by the seizures. They are either simple seizures or complex seizures. Simple seizures, there is no loss of consciousness, and in complex seizures, there is altered level of consciousness. The partial seizures and another category, partial seizures and generalized seizures. In partial seizures, it originates from limited population of neurons in single hemisphere, evident in one region of the body. In generalized seizures, it involves diffuse activation of neurons in both cerebral hemisphere. Now we will see the specific investigations required for the seizure disorders. Number one, MRI. This method is used for studying brain structures. Second is EEG. It is used to identify the location of the seizure foci. Third, videography. This is used for documentation of electrical and clinical seizure activity. Next is electrocorticography. In this method, electrodes are surgically placed on cerebral cortex. It identifies accurate focus and mapping of the electrical events in relation to the brain surface. Then nuclear medicine. In nuclear medicine, there are two things. One PET and another is SPECT. PET means positron emission tomography, and another is single photon emission computed tomography. Both methods demonstrate alteration in metabolism and abnormal blood flow in region of the brain. Now we will see the pharmacological treatment of the seizures. The seizures are treated by the anti-epileptic drugs. These are effective anti-epileptic drugs decreases neuronal activity, or they may enhance neuronal inhibition. The drugs effective for partial seizures are carbamazepine, phenytoin, valproate. The generalized seizures are treated with above, that means carbamazepine, phenytoin, valproate, along with other drugs, that is gabapentin, clobazam. Now we will see the metabolism of the anticonvulsant drugs. Except gabapentin, all anti-epileptic drugs are metabolized in liver and they undergo renal excretion. The gabapentin undergo no metabolism and it is excreted unchanged by kidneys. Third is carbamazepine, phenytoin and barbiturates causes. Number one, enzyme induction. Second, the long-term treatment with these drugs can alter their metabolism as well as of other drugs due to enzyme induction. The adverse effects of anti-epileptic drugs are They may cause dose-dependent neurotoxic effects. Other, depression of cerebral function. Third is sedation. These are the adverse effects of anti-epileptic drugs. Phenytoin side effects. We will see the individual drugs and their side effects. Phenytoin. It may cause hypotension, dysarrhythmias, gingival hyperplasia, aplastic anemia, cutaneous manifestation like erythema, multiforme, and Stevens-Johnson syndrome. The extravasation or intraarterial injection of phenytoin causes vasoconstriction that results in purple glow syndrome. It will lead to skin necrosis and gangrene. This side effect makes fosphenytoin more attractive choice for IV anti-epileptic administration. Now another drug is valproate. This produces hepatic failure 1 in 10,000 recipients. The mechanism is idiosyncratic hypersensitivity reaction. It may also cause pancreatitis. The long-term use of valproate may cause surgical bleeding in children. The mechanism is valproate-induced thrombocytopenia. Another cause is there is decrease in von Willebrand factor and factor 8. Third drug is carbamazepine. The carbamazepine may cause diplopia, leukopenia, hyponatremia, mild anemia to aplastic anemia. Now we will see the management of anesthesia. In management of anesthesia, there are certain general considerations. Number 1, maintain gastrointestinal function. Why? To avoid metabolic disturbances with drug therapy. Second is make provision for therapy if oral anti-epileptic medication cannot be given. Then in preoperative assessment, look for the nature of seizure, timing of the seizure, frequency of the seizure. It should be recorded. Then we should look for full drug history. That drug history should be noted. Then investigations. Minimum investigations are electrolytes and glucose measurement. Now we will see the conduct of anesthesia. Avoid prolonged fasting in such patients. Second, sedative premedication with benzodiazepines, that is diazepam 10 mg oral or lorazepam 2 to 4 mg per orally can be given. Then maintain anti-epileptic therapy up to time of surgery. Third, thiopental is powerful anticonvulsant. It may be preferred in poorly controlled epileptics. Now about propofol. Propofol is associated with abnormal movements during induction of and emergence from the anesthesia. The epileptic patients are more prone for seizures during rapid emergence from the propofol. There is profound suppression of EEG activity is noted during propofol infusion. The propofol is effective in status epilepticus in ICU. Seizures and opisthotonus observed in rare cases after propofol anesthesia. Second is methohexital. Methohexital can activate epileptic foci. Alfentanil, ketamine, isoflurane, sevoflurane can cause epileptiform spike and epileptic activity. Now about muscle relaxants. Drugs without steroid nucleus, that is atracurium and cisatracurium, can be used because these anticonvulsant drugs causes enzyme induction and lead to rapid metabolism of vecuronium and rocuronium. Therefore, drug of choice is atracurium or cisatracurium. Then isoflurane, sevoflurane, desflurane are acceptable choice in patients with seizure disorders. We should avoid hyperventilation and hypocarbia because it will lower seizure threshold. About regional anesthesia. During regional anesthesia, be aware of maximum dose of local anesthetic agent. The use of emetic drugs to produce the anti-emetic drugs unlikely to produce dystonias are used. Example are ondansetron 4 mg IV, domperidone 30 to 60 mg per rectally, cyclazine 50 mg IV or intramuscular can be used. In short, about the drug issues, methohexital reported to produce seizures in the children. Increased EEG evidence of spike activity during administration. It is no longer marketed in United Kingdom. Ketamine should be avoided because cerebral excitatory effects, although it has been used without incident in many epilepticus. Etomidate is associated with high incidence of monoclonus, not centrally mediated, may be confused with epileptic activity. Antiemetics, phenothiazines, prochlorperazine, central dopamine antagonist like metoclopramide and butorphanols, droperidol. There is high incidence of dystonic reactions. It may lead to confusion with epileptic activity. Inhalation agents, enflurane. Enflurane is associated with abnormal EEG activity after administration, especially in presence of hyperventilation. Then neuromuscular blockers, steroid based, that means vecuronium and rocuronium. Pharmacodynamic resistance due to enzyme induction. Thank you.